views. I don't want to be Mr. Views. Views. I don't want to be Mr. Views.
Hello, and welcome to James the Lesser Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible with Bill's day off. He goes to a doctor. Why? Let's watch.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a segment that we like to call Phil's Day Off. But since today's podcast
Imagine having absolutely nothing going on in your life that your day off is the biggest thing that have ever happened.
is essentially me blowing through a million topics because I have so much to talk about and I want to cover the topics I need to cover today. All right. I don't actually have a giant segment to talk about. Here's what happened yesterday.
Mind you, his pre-stream is still over an hour and 20 minutes long. But I have a lot to talk about. Hour and 20-minute long. That just... DSP, you spend way too much time talking.
All my usual errands that I usually do, including grocery shopping, pet supplies. I went out and picked up some stuff for my wife that she had ordered, and I picked up...
I like how groceries, then pet supplies, stuff I picked up for my wife. It should be groceries, no, stuff I picked up for my wife, then pet supplies. But it's funny when he says pet supplies, my wife. Pet supplies for my wife, guys. She's a horse.
At the store, stuff like that. All right. But one thing that I absolutely had to do yesterday, I had to go to the doctor. Why? Well, there's something that you guys have seen on streams over the last several months that some of you have brought up, and finally, it basically got so bad that
you eating stuff off your body? Yeah, we've all noticed you pick, put it in your mouth. Pick, put it in your mouth. Fucking gross. Stop doing it.
that you guys totally noticed it this last week, and I explained to you what it is. In a nutshell, I've had a really bad skin rash, all right, on my hands only for many months. All right, now I'll give you...
My theory is A, he doesn't wash his hands when he goes to the bathroom. We all know that, so gross. Doesn't shower anyways. And, oh, what does gout affect? Oh, the extremities. Usually the feet, but also sometimes the hands.
The quick version of it. I have been having bad skin my whole life. When I was growing up in high school, I had insanely bad acne. I had to take Accutane to cure it. And even then, I still don't not have acne. It's just that it changed my metabolism to the point where the acne isn't debilitating. I still have it, but at least it's not as bad as it was going to be.
I mean, if you change your diet and all that, you'd probably have less. But it doesn't matter. He's not going to do it anyways.
Okay? Over the course of my life, I've always had sensitive skin. All right? I used to work at a fast food job where I washed dishes.
The thinnest skin.
And after doing this for a couple months, my entire arms completely broke out in an insanely bad rash to the point where I had to go to the dermatologist. And the dermatologist at that point told me, yeah, you have some of the most sensitive skin I've ever seen. You have to be very...
He has the thinnest skin I've ever seen. Well, thank you for admitting that, DSP. Thank you for admitting that.
Careful with what you do in life. Because if you do things to irritate your skin, you may end up having chronic problems and actually damage your skin permanently.
Is that an excuse for never taking a shower or washing your hands after you use the bathroom?
So, I've been having this issue with my hands since the mid-2000s, where if I irritate my hands with something such as a moisturizer or some kind of a weird, there's been various things over the years that I found, like hay for some reason. Certain kinds of hay can make my whole arm break out.
Hay for your horse? That's pet supplies you're getting?
Fur. Remember I told you guys when we first got Jasper? For the whole first week we got Jasper, my whole body itched. And then after that week, it leveled out. I think my body built up the immunity to cat dander. And since then, it hasn't been a problem. But the point I'm making here is, my skin sucks.
Yes, your skin is god-awful and you do nothing to help it. There's vitamins you can take, get out in the sun, bathe on a regular basis, change up your diet. All these things he's never going to do.
It's terrible. It's really bad. When you have an issue like this, it could be debilitating to your life. And this is one of the things I don't like talking about is medical issues, all right? I have a lot of them, all right? To be transparent with my audience now, because I know almost never talk about this. I have a lot of medical issues. Basically, I was gifted a body that has a lot of shortcomings, okay? And I don't like...
Gifted a body with a lot of shortcomings. Like the gout. And terrible hair loss. No muscles. Can't grow a real beard. So many issues.
To talk about it. I don't want to tell you about all the doctor visits that I have and all the money that I spend on medical shit because it's not worth it. It's a waste of everyone's time and it's neither here nor there. It has nothing to do with what I do on my streams, okay? But this is just one of the ongoing things that I've had my whole life that I've had to deal with, okay? Now, if you haven't noticed, it's never really affected things. Ever, right? You can look at my 15-year history as a content
His medical stuff is so bad, it's never actually affected him.
Creator. And how many times have I really had to mention anything like this? Pretty much never, right? So here's what happened over the last year.
Unless it's a bad back.
I got another
was
skin
cured by
rash on my
Seattle.
hands, and when I get it, usually it's like it feels like it's an allergic reaction, like something directly in my environment happened that made my hands get a rash that itches.
And man, he is rocking like crazy. Rock away, rock away.
Okay? Now, normally, if I just ignore the rash and I don't scratch it, I do nothing to it, after a few days to a week, the rash will start to go away, and then eventually it's gone. It's not a big deal, okay? Last year, around the middle of the year, I got one of these rashes, and I couldn't figure out what was causing it. First, I thought maybe it's a new body wash that I'm trying. Maybe it's that we're using certain hand soaps in the house, and these hand soaps have a moisturizer in it that's reacting to my skin, or whatever it could be, right? I don't know. I tried like a million things over the course of like the last 8 months.
He is rocking from the Mega Man poster all the way over to the blue guy on the other poster. Like, his head will be under the Pac-Man ghost and go underneath Wolverine. DSP, calm down.
I've tried changing so many different things to try to get this hand.
Have you tried changing your diet, your cleaning habits? No, that's what I thought.
Rash to clear up. And what I will tell you is the weird part about it was sometimes it would look like it was clearing up, and then it would come back again, and then it would look like it's going away, and then it would come back again, and it was so annoying. All right, and like, what could possibly be causing this coming back, going away, coming back, going away? And of course, you know, you try to be self-diagnosed, and you're going online, you're trying to find shit, and of course, every possibility, some of it doesn't even make sense. They're like, oh, it could be diet. How could it be diet if it's only on my hands? This would make sense if like the.
Like I said at the beginning, gout affects extremities. Usually the feet, but it can also affect the hands. Dumbass.
Skin all over my body was having issues. It's only on my hands. So obviously there's something going on here, right? So anyway, with all this going on, you know, I was getting so busy with everything. I kind of forget about it. I don't pay attention to it. And what ended up happening was, basically in January, the shit hit the fan. Let's put it that way. In January, this rash got so bad.
Oh man, did you see that rock? He went from underneath Pac-Man. He's covering the bad guy on the Mega Man poster. DSP, again, calm down.
Out of nowhere. And by the way, it could have been because it's dry now, too. It's cold and dry, right? It got really cold in December, January here. So because the temperatures dipped, the air is dry or whatever. Okay.
It got cold everywhere in America. Congratulations, that's how seasons work.
Okay. The rash not only was an itchy rash, it turned into dry skin. It turned into cracked skin. My skin started to actually cut. That is not good. It's one thing if you have a rash. It's another thing if your skin is now starting to cut itself. Because if it does...
Are you cutting yourself for attention, DSP? His skin is cutting itself. What kind of language is this? Where do you pick up this word salad that you spew out?
Now you have pain, now you have bleeding, and now you have oozing. And that's disgusting. And thankfully, I never showed it to you guys on stream, and you guys never really noticed it, but it got really bad. And then it got so bad, okay, that I had to start bandaging my left hand because I have a patch here where the skin was so disgusting that it was oozing everywhere. It was fucking nasty, okay, to say the least, all right? So I've never had anything like this before. Again, I've had this skin issue since the mid-2000s. I actually started having it when I worked at that office job that I told you guys, the helicopter job. I started having...
Wow, way to bring up the helicopter job.
Having this issue where I noticed certain things would make my hands have a reaction. Like one day I
like rubbing all the grease on your chin and your neck because you don't shower. Because there's a oily, greasy mess right there. Yeah, you should probably rub your hands all over that.
was using hand sanitizer that had moisturizer in it. Boom, my hands broke out. Okay, but since then I've been really good about finding and identifying things that cause this problem and basically narrowing it down and then eliminating those things from my lifestyle so they don't bother me that much. It's not a big deal. Okay, well, finally got so bad in January, I couldn't take it anymore. I got to see a doctor. So I did see a doctor yesterday. And what the doctor did was, you know, looking at it and asking me questions or whatever. And I said, I think what it is, yes, you have this ongoing rash because you have sensitive skin. But because this rash went so long and didn't go away, you now have psoriasis or eczema. It's not clear because what I have is actually...
Wait. Is it psoriasis or eczema? Do you... DSP. I just... Like, it's so mind-boggling. Like, psoriasis tends to cause milder itching and all that. Eczema, on the other hand, can lead to very intense itching. And that's the kind of like where the people will scratch their skin till it bleeds. Let's watch that again.
It's not a big deal. Okay?
Right.
Well, finally got so bad in January, I couldn't take it anymore. I got to see a doctor. So I did see a doctor yesterday. And what the doctor did was, you know, looking at it and asking me questions or whatever. And they said, I think what it is yes, you have this ongoing rash because you have sensitive skin. But because this rash went so long and didn't go away, you now have psoriasis or eczema. It's not clear because what I have is actually exhibiting several different symptoms altogether. Okay? It's so bad. So he's like, what happened is it's exacerbated. Normally in your life, this would go away, but since it continued for so many months, it's exacerbated to a bad condition. Now, the problem is when you have eczema or psoriasis, it could be for the rest of your life. And it could be that this is an ongoing issue I need to now have forever. That's not cool. I already have enough issues. Like I said, you guys don't know about my health issues and shit because I don't tell you about them. The one you know about is my post-nasal drip because that's the one that affects the streams. When I have this dripping, I have to snort to clear it up or clear my throat constantly. Yeah, that's really annoying, especially during the springtime when my allergies kick in, and it really annoys me and you. I lose my voice and shit. But that's the only one that's really ever affected the streams. You also know that I have gout from years and years and years
Gout. I don't want to be Mr. Gout.
ago when I kind of admitted it publicly, not realizing that basically people would make fun of me for it, which is fucked up considering that, you know, it's something that...
It's known as the King's disease because only the very wealthy were able to get it at the time. Now, any fat slob like DSP can get it.
I'm going to also have pain with for my entire life. I now have had to have lifestyle adjustments for it. I didn't know I had it. I would have been better with my health previously if I didn't.
Alcohol can make it flare up and be worse. Drinks plenty of gin.
If I'd known I was going to have it, you know. I mean, I could continue on and on. I have health issues, and the thing is that people on the internet are dicks. All right? They fuck around, and they want to think that these things are just like...
They're
not.
They're not nice to me, guys.
It's one thing if you have one condition. Well, I've already told you I have 3. That's not all the things I have wrong. Like I say, I have a body that sadly seems like I have issue after issue. And the weird part about it is, you know, so my parents are getting much older now, okay? You know, they're now in their mid-60s. You know, they're getting way up there in age. And they're getting more and more health problems. And what's funny is the health problems they're getting, I already have. Yeah.
Your parents that are in their 60s, if not early 70s, are just now getting the same issues that you have. Do you not see anything wrong with this, DSP? You are literally getting the same issues that people in their 70s are getting. You turned 40 last year. You have people that are in their late 60s, early 70s are just now getting. Your parents are just now getting these things that have been affecting you for years. DSP, do you not see anything wrong with this picture? Let me guess, it's your dead aunt's fault again, isn't it?
My dad's back issue is exactly the back issue that I had 15 years ago. He got it later. You know? He actually got it later. What the hell? Huh?
Wait a minute, what's that? Porter just tipped $68. I thought the tipping animations didn't work anymore. You had to actively do them.
What the hell is that? Why did that just pop up?
Because you just got a tip?
What did that even say? Hold on a second here. I have no idea why that just popped up on stream. Now I got to test. I think Streamlabs just pushed an update. They did. Streamlabs just... Remember this happened previously? Streamlabs pushed an update and it screwed everything up. So I think that I think that now my pop-ups aren't going to work and I need to log out and log in again. Let's test it. Ready? I'm going to test a $5 animation. No, the $5 animation worked. All right. Okay, let me...
Maybe it popped up because you got a tip.
Let me try a $20 animation. They work. I think Streamlabs pushed an update because I can tell you right now, yeah, my screen looks different. They did. They changed. They did change something. I don't know what. They pushed another update, but now this is work. It looks like it's working anyway, so I guess it's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was not a legit tip. None of those tips were legit, just so you guys know. There was a pop-up like, that's not even the right text that I use. So why does it look like that? I think they pushed an update because I had to refresh and the whole screen's different now. Yeah. All right. Well, it seems like it's still working, so no complaints. Anyway, and then that's neither here nor there. Anyway, yeah. So you know, my parents are getting health issues.
That's strange.
in their older age that I've already had. Guess what my mom has on her hands? Eczema. She has the same issue that I have. She just got like in the last year. But she's like, you know, 30 plus years older than me. And she's getting it. Now I got it. It's like
30 plus years? So she is in her 70s. Wow, DSP. You are 40 years old with the body of a 70-year-old. Thank you for confirming.
So it seems like every single health issue that both my parents have, I'm going to have in my lifetime. And that's not good because they've got many issues. Let me put it that way. So anyway, so I went to the doctor yesterday. I got diagnosed. And essentially what the doctor did is the doctor gave me two different things to do. They prescribed me a cream that is a steroidal cream, I think it's called. What it's supposed to do is if I ever get the rash, okay, and the rash is bad and won't go away, use the steroidal cream. Because the steroidal cream is supposed to treat the rash and make it that the itchiness and the inflammation of the rash will go down. And then, looking at how bad my hands are right now, the doctor said, you absolutely have to get, like some kind of a moisturizer cream, but you have to get one that doesn't cause allergy problems. Because obviously I have sensitive skin. And there's a lot of moisturizers out there that cause your skin to basically inflame even worse. So they recommended, what is it called, Aquaphor? Sadly, I go to the store, they don't have it. None of the stores near me have Aquaphor. I'm like, well, I need something now. So I actually found something that was like generic, similar to Aquaphor, very similar ingredients. And I started putting it on my hands yesterday, and I kid you not, within an hour, my hand was feeling better. All the dryness was starting to go away. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe the difference.
So you got rid of any hand wash stuff that had moisturizer in it because it affected your skin. Now that you're using moisturizer, wow, my hands are magically getting better. DSP. In winter, air gets dry, skin gets dry. Gotta use moisturizer. Although, everyone watching, use moisturizer always. Not just on your hands, and gentlemen, just not on your, you know what. Use it on your arms. Use it on your face. Use it on your legs. Guess what? Your skin will very much appreciate it, and you'll look younger for longer. You won't look 70 while being 40, like DSP.
By putting this cream on my hand. How much better my hand felt. Okay? So, this is good, because now my hands are starting to feel better. Now, the thing is, it's not going to be something that immediately fixes itself. The damage is so bad, I was told basically it could take several weeks of me constantly...
Got another full head past the Mega Man. Like, his head went past the Mega Man.
I kid you not.
Let's slow that down.
Within an hour, my hand was feeling better. All the dryness was starting to go away. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe the difference. Just by putting this cream on.
Wow, you use moisturizer, your skin gets better.
How much better my hand felt. Okay? So, this is good, because now my hands are starting to feel better. Now, the thing is, it's not going to be something that immediately fixes itself.
His head is blocking the one part of the poster, including the Pac-Man.
Damage is so bad, I was told basically...
His head got all the way to the door handle on the closet, like DSP. Calm down.
It takes several weeks of me constantly...
I keep pulling that up because it's just insane how much he rocks.
To keep my hands moisturized, to get the moisture back into the skin balance, basically. And I even had to buy these stupid gloves, like cloth gloves. So I'm going to do at night when I'm going to sleep, put the cream on my hands and put the cloth gloves on. So now it stays on the hands overnight. I'm not rubbing it off all over my pillows of the bed or my face. Because that's another thing. Now that I have this issue, all right, you can have what's called, like, I think it's called, there's basically the way, if you have a rash, and you take that rash, and you put it on another piece of skin, you could inadvertently transfer the rash. Because I don't know how that works, but apparently it does. So I want to be sure that I don't have...
As we've been watching this video, his hands been on his chin, on his neck, all over his face. If this rash was spreadable, it'd be all over his body. You wouldn't be able to hide it.
Oh, a bad rash, and I put it here, and I wake up, my whole face is fucked up, right? So I basically need to be wearing these gloves at night, too. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, so complicated, right? So, anyway, this is what I went through yesterday. This is my day off. So I went to the store, bought this moisturizer cream. Then I got the medicine actually got delivered same day, which was pretty crazy good. They delivered the anti-inflammatory to my house. So if I do get a flare-up of the itchiness of this rash again, I can get the rash to stop rather than take over my hands, you know. It's pretty insane.
Take a sip.
So anyway, there you go. Sucks, but that's my life going on right now. That was my day off yesterday. What do we have for dinner? We ordered
Yeah, it's DoorDash again. More DoorDash for Mr. I'm broke, I'm totally broke. I screen do that. Weird. Anyways, holy shit, it's been 20 minutes. I just had to go over this whole medical thing because it's just insane it's eczema, psoriasis. Those are two different things. Second, wow, use moisturizer and your hands got better. That's what moisturizer does. It heals your skin. Probably do that more. And I love that he admits that his parents in their 70s are just now experiencing the same shit his body's been going through for years. DSP, having the body of a 70-year-old when you're 40 is not a good thing. You might, I don't know, go out in the sun sometime. Maybe go to the gym. Maybe wash your hands after going to the bathroom. Simple, small things like that can do you a world of good. And also stop rocking so hard you go from underneath the Pac-Man ghost all the way to your closet door handle. Sheesh. Alright, with that done, we'll let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.